Hello, everybody. If you are just waking up on this Sunday morning, hello, or Sunday afternoon, depending on where you are. There is a lot going on, as you know. As you know, we have the Spiel going on over in Essen, Germany. Great place. And all types of new games coming out. 1,100. Think about it. 1,185 games. That's old school Gen Con stuff, okay? Really hitting home, and it looks like things are starting to bounce back finally after what's been 3 years of just complete disaster. But while that was going on, I was just doing my normal thing on a Saturday, and I went up to probably my favorite store. They have two of them. They have one in oh God, what's the name of that little itty bitty town? Well, the main one's in Ocala, and then the other one you can look up. It's the Bearded Browncoat. It's a local. If you visit Florida, and I really want to hit home on this, if you visit Florida, and you have a chance to go check out some game stores, forget about cool stuff. Okay. And this isn't a cut on cool stuff. But you walk in there, you're going to be very bitterly disappointed because all it is a bunch of tables for Magic. And they don't have a selection. Yeah, they have a huge warehouse. And if you want something, you can go on the computer. And, they'll bring it out to you. Not a bad thing. But if you want the full friendly local gaming store experience, you're going to want to go to the Bearded Browncoat. It is the best store in Florida, bar none. And I've seen them all. I've seen them come. I've seen them go. I've been to Tampa, so don't worry. But you're going to want to go to Ocala. They got two different stores. Their gaming area is unbelievable. They have three separate rooms, so you can have a private experience, which is really fantastic. And then, you can have open gaming, and then there's another room for even more. And they even have terrain that they'll allow you to use and stuff like that. If you want to do tabletop miniatures, like a lot of us want to do. Well, I went up there just to, as usual, to fill up my. I needed a few things. Actually, I went there for this because I wanted to get it the same day because I wanted to get my video done. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to talk about this. Okay, there's a lot to talk about, and I'm kind of shocked by it. But that's for another video. That's another video. You'll see that this week. As a matter of fact, we got a lot of stuff coming up this week that you're really going to want to see. Now, a lot of you are going to see this later because I decided to do this on the spur of the moment like I do anything else. It's just me. I do things last minute. If you can let me know if you can hear and see me okay, I'd really appreciate it. But I was in there, and of course I went and I picked that up, and the guy there who is everybody there is absolutely friendly, and I really suggest that you go there. If you love comic books, they have a selection that is second to none. If you love gaming, from old stuff that you can't get your hands on, okay. I've seen a lot of games. I go, okay, I'm going to come back and pick that up. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to pick that up. And then you have a selection of new stuff and stuff that they bring in. A matter of fact, they're going to be bringing in Darkest Dungeon. And I said, do me a favor, save me a copy. Because I didn't do the Kickstarter. They contacted Mythic, and they got a whole bunch of stuff coming in. And we were talking about different games that I really liked. I told them, hey, go talk to Mr. B about, oh, Ronan, how are you? Good morning, Rob. You sound and the video are good to go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But not only that, but they, the selection, some of the older stuff that I want to get, like I said, they have a ton of Armada, which I'm going to build up and I'm going to start doing here. And just older stuff that I really want to get my hands on and things like that, and newer stuff, because this is key. This is a game that I only thought you can get in Britain, and we're going to go over on that side of the table. We're going to switch cameras, and we're going to open it up, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Again, this is just such a fantastic store. I mean, I love miniature market, and I love ordering and bringing stuff in. But when I want to just go up and go in and get my comic books, get some old video games, go through, and every time I walk in there, I have yet to go in there and spend under $100. It's just impossible. It's impossible. And it's a place it's a huge, huge place. And then they have a smaller store in Brownwood, Brownville. I forget that. Bush. It's going to drive me nuts. Hold on. And I'm going to keep talking anyways. But I picked up a whole bunch of stuff, and I was just completely blown away. The service is second to none. I did a video on it a little while ago. If you want to see a bit of the store, I didn't get the whole inside the store. I feel uncomfortable bothering them. You know what I mean? Here's this moron walking around with a camera. It's like the last thing that you want to do is bother anybody. Hold on, let me see. And the bearded brown coat is just. First of all, I didn't know it was a Firefly reference. That shows you how outdated I am. I mean, I'm still stuck on Bellevue. Okay. So if you're close to Bellevue, that store is smaller, but it's packed, jam-packed, comic books, video games, and tons of games. And then you go up to Ocala, the mother store, it's second to none. There is not. Greetings from Germany, says Alexis. How are you, my brother? So I'm completely blown away because, there's a lot of things that I don't know about. And listen, I don't claim to be. I'm just an ordinary guy. I'm not a big media guy that is always in people's grills and stuff like that, trying to get information. I do find things out, and I bring it to you when I can. You probably heard, it's probably something you heard 2 weeks ago. But that's just the way I roll this channel, It's an open door. It's a lot of fun. And, well, I have a lot of fun. And, we just try to keep it just like if you were talking to your friends on a Sunday morning over breakfast or something. Like to keep it really simple. So, anyways, he pointed out this game that they got in from England. And I said, okay, I didn't think we were ever going to see that. Well, I got my hands on it. We're going to open it up. We're going to go take a look at it. Let's go over to our other camera and take a look. What's that? Oh, the air conditioning went on, which is good. Yes, in some parts of the world, it is like 60 to 50 degrees. It is 70 something here today. Let's find out. It's actually been very beautiful here in Florida after complete disaster. And I hope you guys will keep your hearts and minds open to all the people. It's 65 right now. It does get warm in here. It's going to be 86, 86, 85, 83, 80, 80, 79, 81, 79, 76 for the next 10 days here in lovely Weirsdale, Florida. The point I want to make is you're going to see a couple of videos. You're going to see a video on this. We're gonna open it up. We're going to talk a little bit about it, and then I will give you my feelings on it as I start to put it together and stuff like that. But I didn't even know this existed. Kinda, I heard rumors of it from Pete actually, because he said something about it. I said, okay, I'll never be able to get this. But sure enough, they were able to carry it, and I picked it up immediately. And hats off to the bearded brown coat. A thing that I'm going to try to start doing, I'm going to talk. They don't even know about it, and I'm going to talk to them. Number one, I want to put a bumper on the front and the back of my videos. Telling you, especially if you some of you are in Florida or come down to visit Mickey Mouse, you're going to want to take the time to come up to this store, check it out, and I'm not asking for, I'm not saying to be sponsored, but basically showcase it as my place to go. So I like to do that on the videos. And then what I like to do is, if there's a lot of you in Florida, or because I don't know how many of you are in Florida, if you'd like to go up there and we can have maybe twice a year a game day without having to rent out a hall, I can talk to them and see if I can rent out the back, and we can We can have a game day. They have hotels there, fantastic restaurants. I took my wife to a couple restaurants yesterday up there, and we really had a great time. So it's something that if you guys you want to have like a little mini convention up at the Bearded Browncoat, I think that's something that we can do. I know they have a gaming group that goes in there, which is pretty much whatever it is. But I know that we can get like a little room, maybe rent it from them, talk to them about it, see if they'll sponsor it, whatever we can do, and get some people up there and really get you up there to have a day of games, chatting, maybe take everybody to lunch and stuff like that. My own mini little convention without it being a convention. And we can hold it maybe at the Bearded Browncoat. I think that would be a great idea. It'd be good for them, because you guys get to see all the games, the comics and stuff like that. And, I know you guys will spend some money up there, because just me going up there, I'll drop 100, just walking in the door. I don't even have to walk in the door, and I'm dropping money. So that's something to consider in the future. If it's something that you're interested in, put it in the comments. Let us know, so maybe we can start getting the plans in motion. In the meantime, let's go over to the camera. There we go. Yes, okay. We got the right camera for once. Wow, look at us. We're almost professional. Masters of the Universe Battleground. I saw this and I said, you have got to be kidding me. Mm-hmm. And I was completely blown away by this. So we're going to open it up. We're going to take a look at it. It's from Archon Studios. Let me put some glasses on so we can do this right. As you see, we got the overhead camera working pretty good. Look at everything that comes with this bad boy. All right, and I think they got a couple more sets. So, and if you want to call them and have them maybe send it to you, they might do that. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. All right, so there's gonna be some assembly here, and I'm okay with that. But it doesn't look anything too complicated. We'll take a look at the book. Look at the swords and everything. Obvious, made in Poland, so it's got to be good. It's got to be good. Made in Poland. Look at this. Where's my boy? There's He-Man. All right, so you're gonna have to glue some arms and stuff like that. It shouldn't be too bad. I think I'm gonna put this together. You don't get a ton of stuff. You get a ton of terrain though. This is like Games Workshop terrain. You're getting the full feel for this. All right. I'm going to put this stuff over to the side here. Hopefully we can put it back in the box properly. Wow. All right, this looks like a lot of fun to paint. All right, okay. All right, we can do this. We can do this. That might be a video for the week that we can do. And you want to do a painting video, we can do some of this. I'm all in. I'm all in, folks. Look at the sword, skulls. Skulls. Nice. All right. And there's a wave 2 coming. Matter of fact, he says he's got the wave 2 on the way. I told him, save me one. I want wave 2. This is wave 1. I'm going to show you. I'm going to open up another box here, which has a few more things that we're going to be taking a look at. My brother, I remember when he was a kid, this was his thing. This was his thing, for sure. And I used to get out of work when I got paid every Friday, and I would go down and take him down to the local store and buy him one figure every week. He-Man, Lockjaw, whatever there was. The figures were cool, and he would just play them. For Christmas, I got him the Battle Castle. He loved He-Man. So, for me, this is very personal. Wow. Okay, so let's see what else you get in here. Let's see what else we get in here. All right, so you get a good ton of tokens. There's some measuring here. Okay, we're gonna open these up. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, let's do that. So, okay, so there's tokens there. Here's your board. I'm gonna open it up. Good size board. Is it two-sided? Nope, just one-sided. Just one-sided. Okay, so there. And then out there. I don't want to hit anything. Knowing me, I'll knock the camera off. All right. It's a good size area. Very well. Very well done. I mean, very good size area. So you're keeping the game tight in front of you, which is really key. You're keeping this nice and tight in front of you, and that's how that's going to work. All right, so let's open this. Let's close this, actually. All right, I'll put that over there. You're going to get some measuring sticks. That's probably for range. Now, I know a couple things that facing is very important here. You got these tokens. They seem to be very good. You got a ton of cards. Let's get these out. You're going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 dice. I'm not big on unboxings, but this was just one that I couldn't wait to show you guys. Okay, let's see. All right, there we go. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Okay, this we don't need. This we don't need. So we're going to move that out of here. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, there we go. All right, and all right, let's move this over there. Let's move this up over here. And let's take a look at some of these. Miniature assembly manual. Okay, and you have a manual. Okay, so you got He-Man, Man-at-Arms. Doesn't look too tough. The bodies go together pretty good. Torso. You're going to pop his head on, his other arm, then a leg, then another leg, and then a shin. Alright. Seems like a little overkill. Alright, this guy's just 2 pieces pretty much, and an arm. Orko, Stratos, Ram Man. He looks cool. Skeletor. I mean, these models look pretty butsy. Merman, Evil Lyn, Triclops, Trapjaw. You gotta have Trapjaw. What's the sense in playing? Okay, any kind of scenery. Oh, that's cool. There's just one piece that you gotta assemble. Okay, pretty easy. Pretty easy. The rule book, battleground book. Okay. All right, let's look at the rule book. Here's where this is really going to come together, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about it. Matter of fact, I don't even have to make a video about this, to be honest with you. Okay, so you're going to get 5 guys here, 5 guys there. Your character cards, your glory, and fate cards. Okay, these cards are pretty important because you're going to have these cards, and they're going to define your actions, how many actions you're going to have. Your weapons, you can adjust yourself, and items are going to help you along the way. You got wound tokens, mana tokens. Mana is very important in this. Protection, enhancement, quickness, regeneration. Ooh, Overwatch. Merman mark. Some curses. Okay. You get tons of. You got a 12-inch ruler, a 16-inch ruler that's going to come with this. Obstacles. So it's basic. It's really basic. So there's a notch in the thing here, and facing is really important. So let's see if we can kind of show that here. Yes, we can. So as you can see, this is the front arc. So facing and how you have the guy faced is very important. And you can see there's a little notch here. It's going to play you're going to have a front and back. So, how you move and adjust your guy is going to be very important. Okay, golden rule. If the players disagree and unclear about the situation, this is not described in the rules. Each player rolls a die. Whoever rolls the highest result determines the outcome. Okay. When two or more rules contradict each other, player resolve that conflict by referring to the following rule of hierarchy. Rules on the character card override all other rules. Okay. I like it. First game setup. Okay, so this is nice because it's going to show you how to go through it. Okay, we're only 8 pages in. You're going to have all your basic concepts. Okay, how things go. I like it because one thing I like about this, it's hex based. It's hex based. Okay. Draw cards. Each player draws. Okay, so first game setup. Let's talk a little bit about this. Place the battleground between both players. Leave space on each side of the board for character cards, weapon cards, item cards, and fate deck. Gather forces. One player controls the masters of the universe. One player controls the evil warriors. Each player takes the following characters and equipment for their forces and place them in their play area. So, you're going to start with He-Man, Stratos, and Man-at-Arms for your first thing. And then you're going to take their cards. Of course, he's going to have his power sword. And then you're going to have their equipment. And then, of course, Skeletor, he's going to have his wand, as always, and sword and stuff like that. Prepare the battleground, place terrain and objectives. As you can see, everything's kind of spelled out for you. The nice thing about this, and let's turn this sideways so you guys can see a bit, and we could talk a bit about this, is the way everything is put into place. They have it spelled out for you, and the nice thing is it's alphabetical as well as numerical across. So you have a good idea what up here. Okay, so that's when you're placing the terrain, it actually tells you what hex that it will go into. Draw cards. Each player draws 5 fate cards from their deck, takes their 2 glory cards and places them into their hand. So you're gonna have 5 fate and 2 glory. Okay, there's certain phases in here. There's going to be a preparation phase, which you're going to be drawing your fate cards. Activation cards. Players take turn activating their characters. So I would go, then you would go. Cleanup phase. Players claim objectives, check victory conditions, and remove used cards and tokens. All right, so let's talk about these preparation phases. All right, this is what I was talking about, and we'll get to this in a second. During this phase, each player draws 5 fate cards from their fate deck until they have 5 fate cards in their hand. Before drawing cards, a player can discard any number of cards from their hands. Players cannot have more than 5 fate cards in their hand at one time. Players cannot gain additional glory cards. As players draw fate cards during setup, they skip this phase during the first round of the game. Okay, so there's no preparation phase in the first round. To activation phase. To resolve this phase, players perform the following steps in order. Select cards, activate characters, resolve cards, perform actions, and activation. Players repeat this phase until both players have activated all their characters, played all their fate and glory cards, or pass. Select cards. Each player selects 1 fate or glory card from their hand and places it face down on the table. Then simultaneously reveal their selection card. Each fate or glory card has an initiative value. Okay, so basically, all right, let's open these up. And that way we can explain this a little bit better as we are talking here, right? Okay. And you can get a good feel for what's going on. So it's turned into a tutorial instead of unboxing. But I hate boring unboxings. So you have these 2 things, one on one side, one on the other side. You're going to turn them over, and you're going to look up in the upper left-hand corner, okay? And that is going to be your initiative, okay? So that fate card gives you the initiative. Okay, so what happens in a tie? The player reveals with the highest initiative value becomes the active player, and is the first to activate one of their characters. If both players reveal a card with the same initiative value, like I just did, the first player becomes the active player. Okay. Who's the, well, basically you can roll a die and figure it out. Okay. Activate. Okay. Activate. Activate characters. The active player chooses one of their ready characters to activate. A character is ready if their character does not have any fate or glory on it. Okay. Let me read that again because I didn't understand that. A character is ready if the character does not have any fate or glory. Okay. Chooses one of their ready characters. Okay, so basically, if you decided to use this card, he's not ready. He's already gone. Okay. So for instance, we have He-Man here. So we'll use him. If you have a fate card on it, that means he has been active. Oops. See, boom, fate. All right. You're going to want, these are good quality, by the way. The last character activated by a player in any given round cannot be activated as that player's first character during the next round. The player ignores this rule if they have only one character remaining. Okay, double activation. Okay. After a player chooses and activates a character, that character becomes the active character. Okay, so He-Man's our active character and gains action points and mana equal to the indicated on the selected fate and glory card. Okay, so over here, here's our action points and here's our mana. So we would have 2 and 1. There's also a little thing here. Gain bonuses. Then players resolve. Let's not jump too far ahead. Characters use AP to perform actions during their turn. They use mana to cast spells, resolve abilities, and reroll dice during tests, as described later. Okay, for each mana a character gains, place 1 mana token on that character's card. A character can have a maximum of 5 mana tokens on their card at the same time. Okay, the active character gains 2 action points and 2 mana. They're showing that in the card. On our card, it's 2 and 1. Okay. Then the player resolves the bonus on their card. See, there's a little bonus here. Until the end of the round, this character gains +1 dice for defense tests or +1 mana. Okay, all right. Okay, it's either or. Okay, you can have a unique ability or additional mana, which is taken from the supply and placed on the active character's card to a maximum of 5. A character can either gain ability, gain 1 additional mana, or resolve an ability. If the player selects selected cards that was a glory card, okay, glory. These are items. Maybe the glory cards are here. Hold on here, folks. Let's not go crazy. We're jumping so far ahead. But that's what I do. Okay. Good morning, Rob. How are you? Got on late. Well, not really. We'll check out the replay. That's all right, David. We're just glad to have you. Thanks for popping your head in on a Sunday, last minute thing. So these are all fate. Okay. So I didn't have to order those, open those. So that means that the glory cards are somewhere that. Okay. Well, hold on. Might be the smaller cards. Open these things up. I mean, they got these tight, airtight, folks, airtight. Now, let's take out Skeletor anyways. Weapons. Okay, there's our hero cards. Let's open this up. Just so we have a feel of everything that's going on here. Okay. I'm glad to see everybody. I don't expect people to come in. Okay, these are items. Okay. Do we have glory cards in here? No, we got all hero cards there. Okay. Of course, it will be the last pack here that will have these glory cards in them. Why? Because that's just how we roll, folks. That's just how we roll. Items. No, okay. So these are, wow, you get a lot of items here, folks. There are a ton of items. So this really makes this game very unique. I mean, look at this. Ramstone, helms. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can add to these characters. That's pretty cool. All right, let me see if I'm missing something here. Glory cards. Unless they're fate. Okay, ton of fate cards. Especially, you know, if you're going to have a huge deck here. Fate. How about a little glory, folks? Fate. And is that all weapons there? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no. Alright, I gotta figure out what the fate... hold on. Whoops. Oh, okay. Okay. Glory are fate cards, but they have gold things on it. Each player... Okay, so let's go to the beginning and let's see how many of each we get. Alright, see? This is how you learn. This is how you learn, folks. Alright, glory cards. There are 18 glory cards, and those are the ones with the little gold marker on it. So, let's see if we can find those. They're the different color ones. Okay, so there's the 18 of them. Okay. I don't know why they didn't just put glory on the back. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. So, so you don't know if you're playing a glory card. That makes sense. That makes sense. So you're going to grab one of these bad boys, and you're going to have it in there, and you don't know when you're going to play that. See, look at that. Initiative 10. That's going to tell you basically, listen, man, I'm going to make sure that I get my junk in now. See, now that's some strategy there, folks. Okay. If a player selected card was a glory card, the bonus provided either a side mission or one additional AP. Side missions are described on page 25. Okay, there we go. See how we figured that out? See, now you don't have to. Okay, now you can make a decision on this game thanks to my help. Maybe even order it from our good friends over at the Bearded Browncoat. All right, my boys up there. They take good care of me. They're very, very nice. All right, they don't know I got this channel. All right, and I don't even think they would care. All right, during this step, the active characters perform any number of the following actions, which are described in detail later. Focus. Okay, we'll take a look and see what focus does. Move. Okay, so when you turn this card over, okay, and you got 2 mana and 2 action, you can either focus, move, attack, use an active skill, or Overwatch. You gotta love a little Overwatch in a game, right? Each action can be performed any number of times. The first time a focus, move, or Overwatch action is performed during an activation, it costs 1 AP. Each time any of these actions are repeated during a single activation, it costs 1 additional AP. Example, He-Man performs a focus action, followed by a move action. Both actions cost 1 AP. If He-Man wishes to perform a second move action, it would cost 2 AP. If He-Man were to perform a third move action, it would cost 3 AP. The cost of an active skill action depends on the skill itself. Each active skill can be used only once per activation. So this is just very, very, very smart and very simple. It's basically get your miniatures on the field here, get it down, and see what happens. Very, very cool. The cost to perform an attack increases the more times a particular weapon type is used during the activation. This is described on page 17. Playing additional cards before or after performing actions, the active player can play additional fate or glory cards to gain extra bonuses. For every fate and glory card played, the active player can choose either bonus. After players have finished performing their character's actions, they play. So what you can do is go, okay, I really need him to do, I need him to move twice and he needs to attack twice, two people on the other end. Well, I can add this extra card. Now, what is that going to do? You only have 5 cards for that particular turn. So now you're down to 3 and you probably still have 4 more characters. That means somebody's not going to get an active card, which you're going to be doing basic actions, I think. Okay, after that, however, okay, hold on. Let's go to the end of activation. So that's playing additional cards, but I want to read this because this is pretty important. After a player has finished performing their character's action, they place all the played fate and glory cards face down on the active character's card. So when you're done, you know, I've used He-Man and I've used 2 of these cards. I'm going to put it face down. Over here, they have a bunch of abilities. We'll talk about that a little bit later, folks. An active character cannot become active again until that character becomes ready during the cleanup phase. Okay, makes sense. So at the end of the phase, you clear off all the cards or by another game effect. Oh, maybe you can do that too. Any unspent action points are lost. Do not carry over to the character's next activation. However, this is important here. Any unspent mana tokens remain. Remember, you can have up to 5. So you can build up to do something really big, providing your guy survives. Okay, he has 5 health. Then the active player's opponent becomes active, and they use their fate or glory cards to activate a character. The following the same steps 2 to 5. Seems pretty easy. During this cleanup phase, during this phase, hold on. If one of the players cannot or choose not to activate any more characters, they pass and cannot activate characters for the remainder of the round. However, their opponent can continue the phase by selecting cards and so if you use those cards, say that's going to say basically I'm going to use 3 players, but I'm going to OP them. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. But after you use those cards, say you use 2 cards on 2 characters, and you know you still got 3 characters left, and you have 1 character. Once you go and use that last card, then that other person still may have 2 other actions. They say, okay, I've seen everything this guy has. Now I'm going to the counter, and because I've only used one card per phase, that I can really activate and go forward. Okay, really, really cool. I like this. I like this a lot. I like this a real lot, folks. Boy, I tell you, my peeps up at the Bearded Browncoat, they just do it right. They always give me things that I want to play and I haven't seen. And like I said, I don't keep my nose to the gaming world as much as I should. And here I am with this channel, right? Makes sense. No. Claiming objective tokens, we don't care about that. Tests. Okay, let's take a look at a test. Ram Man is resolving a strength test. His test stat is 4, so he rolls 4 dice. The roll produces the following result: 3, 4, 6, and 2. Each roll of 4 or higher is a success, so he's got 2 successes. Okay, but 2 misses. Ram Man spends 1 mana to re-roll the result, the 2 result, then produces a 3. Then Ram Man's 6 explodes. So there's exploding 6s. There's exploding 6s. Okay. And the result is a 5. The test ends with 3 successes. 1, 2, yeah, and the 4 is 3. So depending on the particular success, you have to make a certain amount of success. Focus. All right, this is what I'm wondering. What is the character acting? Let's talk a little bit about this. We won't talk about move. Oh, maybe we will, because there's an interesting stat there that looks interesting. Okay, the focus action allows a character to enhance their next action or test. To perform a focus action, the active player places 1 focus token next to the active character on the battlefield. If a character has a focus token, they are focused. While a character is focused, they cannot gain another focus token. Okay. Spending focus. Focus tokens are spent to increase a character's movement or increase the scope of a test. Move action. When a focused character is performing a move action, they may spend their focus token to use a second number of their speed test. Okay, so that's what this means. Standard speed, you would move 5, but if you want to use that focus, you can move up to 8. Interesting. After a player spends the focus token, they place it in the supply. The character whose focus token was spent is no longer focused. Standard movement. We know standard movement. There's going to be some penalties for going over obstacles. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like it. Steph, hold on. I can't see that far. I'm going to look and say hi to someone. Stephanie, how are you? Warcon Gaming. Awesome. I think this game looks so fun. It does. And if you can't get it in the United States, Cold Bearded Browncoat in Ocala, Florida. Ask them, hey, do you have any available? Can I play for it by credit card? And can you ship it to me? Maybe they will. I don't know. But this is glorious, folks. This is live over in Britain, and they brought it in. All right, a little store in Ocala, a little big store in Ocala. I think they're one of the best stores in Florida, plain and simple. Okay, ladders, platforms, climbing over that stuff. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, attacks. You've got 3 kinds of attacks. You have melee, you have range, and you have spells. Okay, certain ones are going to add 1 die, subtract die. That's what those things are going to do. Melee attack. Okay, let's take. What's this? What's this? An attack test using the Sword of Power inflicts 1 wound with a test result of 1 or 2 successes, 2 wounds with a test result of 3 or 4 successes, and 3 wounds with a test result of 5 successes. Okay, let's take a look at our boy here. Come here, son. Okay, all right. I'm down. All right, so you start to learn what these little stats, everything that you need is on the thing. Like, he has these special abilities here. During any test, He-Man may re-roll 1 extra die for each mana spent on a re-roll. So if he spends a mana, he can re-roll 2 dice. Superhuman reflexes. He's He-Man. What do we expect, right? He-Man cannot receive mana from Fate and Glory cards. If he gains focus, he also gains mana. Look, he's ticked. He's had enough of this Skeletor dude. To perform a melee attack, okay, let's talk about melee attacks. The player chooses one of the characters equipped with a melee weapon to use for the attack, then must choose the enemy as the target of the attack, and then rotate the attacking character model so it faces that enemy. The target of the melee attack must be an enemy that is engaged. That means within a hex of each other. 2 characters' opposing forces are engaged if they are in adjacent hex. Also, the player chooses a legal target and weapon. They resolve a strength test against the enemy's toughness. Wow. All right. So for instance here, right, and we're going to do that. If the test results in 1 or more successes, the attack applies 1 wound. All right. So for instance here. Okay. Here's an example. Do we have a melee example? No, it's pretty basic. Okay, that's ranged. Strength versus toughness. And what's your toughness? Okay, let's go back here and take a look. Because I just want to show you at least one battle here. Stats. Okay, where are the stats? Okay, they've got to be here, folks. Range, melee. I want to make sure that we do this right. 3. Okay. Oh, Skeletor has a. Okay, so now we know what the toughness is. All right. For instance, here we got He-Man versus Skeletor, and let's break out our dice. He-Man has a strength of 5. Skeletor has a strength of 3. So, for instance, here. Remember, 4 5s or 6. Now there's certain things that can, you know, do certain things, and they have certain different things that will adjust their toughness and stuff like that. But we're just going to do it very basic. Oh, there's our little thing there. I don't want to lose that. Let's put that in the box. Okay, so we're going to roll 5 dice for He-Man, okay? Okay, so we've got 2 successes so far. 3 successes. Remember, 4, 5, or 6. These 2 are failures, but we have exploding dice here, okay? So we're going to roll those. Okay, so for a total of 4 successes against Skeletor, okay? He has toughness of 3, so he is going to roll, and he has 1 success. So that is going to cancel that out. So that is going to be 3 successes. Depending if he was using his power sword, that would be 3 successes would be 3, and then possible. Hold on, let's find out here. I want to make sure that we do this right. If the test results in 1 or more successes, the attack applies 1 wound. But if he was using his power sword, because he had 3 successes, he would inflict another 2 wounds. So that would be 3 wounds against Skeletor. Skeletor would get to roll back. Alright. Complete and utter failure. Well, after all, he is. And then he would have 3, which means he would have blocked those anyways. But he could use his fate and say, you know, possibly, and decide to re-roll something. I got 2 fate. Let me try to re-roll that. Yeah, there's 2 successes. All right, makes sense. All right, let's just take a quick look at range real quick, and then I think we really have this kind of down here. The Man-at-Arms is using his arm cannon, which is kind of cool, to perform a range attack against Skeletor. Man-at-Arms has a perception stat of 4. And the arm cannon's weapon range is 12. So that's where those things come in. So instead of counting, you're going to actually measure. Okay, I can see that. Skeletor is within range, 3 inches, and line of sight of Man-at-Arms. There are no dice or scope modifiers, so the player rolls 4 dice, which is a value of Man-at-Arms perception stat. Okay, so he's going to roll 4 perception. He has 2 successes. The results are 4, 1, 3, 5. Each result that is 4 or greater is a success. Okay. Skeletor has a toughness of 3, so rolls 3 dice for his defense value. The results are 3, 1, and 4. Each result that is 4 or greater is a success. The success from the defense test cancels 1 success from the attack test. The attack test still has 1 success. Man-at-Arms consults the arm cannon weapon effect, which indicates that 1 success results in 1 wound. So Skeletor gains 1 wound. Oh, so you wouldn't get it just because you beat that thing. Remember we said with the Sword of Power? Okay, so we had 3 successes, so we would do 2 wounds. A big difference instead of 3. Okay. So Skeletor gains 1 wound, and the attack is complete. Spells, that's a little different. Extra effects. Wow, this just the models look great. This game looks great. Overwatch, we kind of know what that is. Interruption, there are cards that you can interrupt with. Area attacks, buffs, debuffs, so you can buff a dude up. Free action, side missions, mana. Very, 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 very cool. All right, so massive models. Oh, there's more. There's more models coming, so glory to us. Glory to all of us. Okay, let's take a look at this Battleground book real quick. And then I think, you know, I'm going to take a look at this expansion that I got also. Prepare for battle, building a force. A standard game, each player's force cannot exceed 100 points. Okay. Standard setup, ancient ruins. Secret hideout. So you have these different types of battles. Stone City, Desert Gate. Tournament scoring, you can do that. You can keep track. You can level up your dudes. Okay. Building decks, fate decks, glory. Choosing characters, iconic symbols. Let's take a look here. How do we know what points they're worth? Basic. Okay. Havoc stack is his basic weapons. Okay. Makes sense. All right. Very cool. Very, very cool. So it kind of breaks everything down. All right. Let's take a real quick look at this other expansion I got. I haven't even opened it yet. All right. And what you're going to get in this glorious thing. All right. And again, last minute stream. What can I tell you? All right. So very quickly, I want to pull this out. Okay. So we are going to get in here. Okay. We're going to get Tila. So that adds another one. And then we're going to get the Sorceress on the other side. Sweet. Sweet. Oh, and plenty of stuff to figure. Oh, and we get more fake cards. Okay, so this game just grows and grows. I love it. Oh, what's this? Wave 1. Special terrain type. Okay, there's a special terrain type. There's a couple. Oh, they're force fields. They can put force fields. Oh, wow. Passing buffs and debuffs. Multiple classifications. Wow. Wow, this is pretty smart. This is done very, very well. Very well. All right, let's put this all in here so we don't lose it, because knowing me, I'll lose it. Just more cool stuff to paint. All right, a couple more figures to put together. Glory, glory, glory. That's all I have to say. All right, guys, there you have it. All right. Masters of the Universe Battleground. That's just wave 1. We got wave 2 coming. So, very, very cool. Let's go up top here. Wow. I mean, wow. Never would have found it. Never would have found that. Never would have got my hands on that. But that's what these guys do. They find things like I got the Everrain there. Okay. They always have something that I'm looking for or something different. This is what they do. They do a tremendous job of it. I'm just very excited. There's another expansion with Scareglow and Beastmen. Yes, they only had that. They plan on getting more in. So, you know, I'm just happy to have that, you know. And nice board. Looks like it's nice and condensed on there. You don't. It's not all over the place. You know, I love playing big games, but you know, sometimes you want to keep it like with where is it? Kill Team over there that I'm working on. You know, you want to keep everything in front of you. You know, you don't want to have big setup. You don't have that. You don't have that. It's boom, get it on the table, get playing. Get playing. Very, very, very cool. A lot of exciting things going on here. At Rob's Tabletop World, we got Masters of the Universe. We got Massive Darkness 2 I'm working on. Kill Team, Into the Dark. I mean, we're going to be doing Chronicles of Drungor soon. And also, finally, Warhammer Quest. Just a lot of things that we're getting done, getting prepped, getting ready to just get it done, folks. Get it done and do it right and have a lot of fun here. And the stream's holding up great. The Starlink is fantastic. It held up during the hurricane, which we were very happy about. Really, really saved our lives. You know, another rough couple weeks, but we overcome everything. We do. We really overcome everything, guys. And we keep on doing stuff for you guys and trying to do the best we can. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself here. I hope you enjoyed this look at. It's not a normal unboxing. We read and try to give you a feel for the rules. So it's not, oh, hey, I don't, unboxings are lazy. They really are. They really are. And if you just unbox it, oh, look at this, look at that. Like, let's make an exception. Take my boy, Rolling Solo, Adam, who's a great friend of mine. He's going to do an unboxing video just to show you what's inside. And then within a day, he's already got the game figured out, and he's going to show you all the rules. Bill, thank you. We'll give you Godzilla right before we close this out. He's going to give you the rules and a gameplay video. This guy is inhuman, and he's got small kids too, and yet he's able to do all this. Well, he's a Smith. What do you expect? He's related to Rodney Smith, so that they're going to be inhuman anyways. That's okay. But when when somebody sends you a game and they go, "Hey, can you do this up?" Give the people the respect. Or if you bring something in, don't be lazy. Don't just go, oh, here it is, unboxed. Okay? Take some time. Try to figure the rules out. Help people make a decision, a smart decision. And that's what we try to do here. And a lot of other really great channels do the same thing. I don't want to make it look like I'm picking on everybody that does an unboxing. I'm not. I'm just talking about a few individuals that are lazy and just want your money. And they're out there. Man, I'm going to scream about this to high heavens because I want the best for you guys. I don't want you guys being taken the way a lot of people get taken. Okay? There's a sucker born every day. Well, I don't want you guys to be those suckers. And I may be something that I may be saying stuff that you already know. So I may be wasting my time totally. But that's a good thing. Damon, how are you? Ever thought about doing a fighting fantasy game book stream, bud? That's not a bad idea. I might just do that, bro. I just might do that. Good idea. I'll do that. Bill, thank you so much for the donation. Let's give you a Godzilla here. Oh, my grandkids are getting angry. They're leaving today, and they're going to do nothing but cry. Because that's what they do. Bill, he knew. Did you see that? He knew. He gave you the music right off the bat. We're going to give me an extra one. Double music, bro. Boy, Lizard likes you, Bill. Likes you a lot. All right. So, what do I got planned today? A lot. Look, we got this all done in an hour. It was smart. I like to think that we did a smart job. We showed you everything that comes in the box. We showed you some of the figures. We went over the rule book. We went over the battleground book. Now you can make, I think, at least a smart decision. There might be other videos I haven't even checked out there that really cover this game. This really looks good and looks like a lot of fun, and it's something I can't wait to get together. Like I said, also in the comments, if you think you'd like to do some kind of like a convention thing or something where we can all meet up at if we get enough people that want to come from from other states or whatnot, there's plenty of great hotels. I'll make it a whole weekend thing. I'll give you my time. If you guys are willing to come down and spend time, we can do something up there. And they're open from 10 in the morning till 11 at night. We can make it a whole long day thing. Take a break, maybe take everybody out to dinner. Be a little costly, but it'd be worth it for, if you guys are willing to come down. I'm willing to do a few things. Let me know in the comments, because I could talk to our friends over at Bearded Browncoat. You'll see that it's really worth going out there. It's beautiful, beautiful area. It's horse country, not too far from the arena, and it's something especially if you're in Florida it's maybe something we can do 2 or 3 times a year if we have enough people. It might be worth doing. George, how are you? Got this for my oldest. He was a huge fan as a kid back when the TV series was first on. My brother too. To open on Christmas Day with the kids looks amazing. It really does. Rob, how many figures are included in the base game? I missed the beginning of the stream. Bear with me here. Bear with me here. I don't want to lose that piece here. Okay, so there are 10 with the base game. A ton of scenery. Yep, 10. Tons of cards, tons of scenery. This is what you're going to get in the box. And then the rain and some more cards. Yeah, you get a lot in here. For, I think this was, I think I only paid like $89 for this, which I thought was a good price because you get a lot. Good quality too. Good quality. So Archon, tip of the hat, bros. Tip of the hat. All right. So definitely, we'll do like a quick review. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna get this. I'll get a video up. Probably by the end of the week, I'll get this together. I'll do a little miniature playthrough just so I get a feel for it, and then we'll get this painted up. Maybe live on Wednesday. And it'd be fun to kind of do this. So I'm looking forward to it. Okay, I think that's about it. There goes this after an hour. Not bad. Our whatchamacallits, our upload is a little wonky. They're still putting satellites up, so you know things are gonna not be perfect, and that's why we don't do as many gameplay videos. But it's getting better and better every time I stream, so I'm very thrilled about it. All right, listen, I love you all, and until next time, we've got a ton of great stuff coming up this week. I hope you enjoy it. Those of you that went to Essen, I hope you had a great time. We got tons of new stuff coming in. I want to thank so many of the great publishers out there that are supporting this channel and really helping us get some stuff out. They, you know, I reached out to some people and said, hey, you know, it's kind of tough with the farm. I can't get all the stuff that I want to get. And they have been, you know, I said, you know, if I do a couple of videos for you, can you help us out? I'm really interested in this particular product. If it's something I'm not interested in, I'm not going to do it. But that is what it is. Listen, all of you have a great Sunday. I love you all. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying, we shall see you soon. Take it easy, everybody.